Hello, today I have a great recipe of a sourdough sweet bread with raspberry and cream cheese filling. This bread is so delicious and I know you're gonna love it. So, here we go! Pour 170 grams or 3/4 of a cup of milk at room temperature in the bowl of your stand mixer. Add 50 grams or 1 large egg at room temperature. 60 grams or half a cup of sugar. And 100 grams of sourdough starter at 50% hydration. To make this sourdough starter, I combine 25 grams or 1.5 tablespoons of water with 25 grams or 1 tablespoon of sourdough starter and added 50 grams or 1/4 cup of flour. Mix all the ingredients well and knead the dough for about 1 minute on your working table until it comes together. Then, place it in a clean jar and cover it with a lid. Leave the sourdough starter to brew for at least 4 hours in a warm place or until it doubles in size. Use the hook attachment to mix all the ingredients well. Then, add 400 grams or 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, adding only half of the flour first and then adding the other half. Knead until the dough comes together. At this point, start adding 100 grams or 1/4 cup plus 3 tablespoons of butter at room temperature, cut in pieces. Add 1 piece of butter at a time as you keep kneading in your stand mixer. Let the stand mixer knead the dough for about 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, your dough should be almost ready. Take it out of the bowl and fold it on itself a couple of times. I can feel that this dough is ready, but to be sure, I cut a piece of dough and stretch it. If the dough stretches as much as this one, and you can see some light go through it, your dough is ready. So now form a ball of dough, making sure to add more tension to the dough. Place it in a grease bowl. Cover with plastic wrap and let it proof in a warm place. I am placing my dough in my dough proofer for about 4 hours or until it doubles in size at 86 degrees Fahrenheit or 30 degrees Celsius. After 4 hours, my dough looks ready. It is easier to work this dough when it's cold, so I'm going to place it in the fridge for about 1 hour. But if you don't have enough time, you can shape it right away. In the meantime, I'm going to prepare the filling for my bread. In a bowl, place 110 grams or 4 ounces of cream cheese at room temperature, cut in pieces. 30 grams or 1/8 cup of cream. 30 grams or 1/8 cup of sugar. And 16 grams or 1/8 cup of flour. Mix well with a whisk until the filling is soft and well incorporated. Take the dough out of the fridge and place it on your working table. Fold it a couple times on itself to degas it. Make a ball and gently start rolling the dough with a rolling pin on your working table. There is no need to add any flour to your working table or your rolling pin, since this is a dough with a high content of fat. Roll your dough until you get a rectangle of about 18 by 8 inches or 45 by 20 centimeters. Now, turn the dough around and place it on a prepared baking sheet. Arrange your dough with your hands and then cover it with a towel. Let the dough rest for about 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, mark your dough with a bench knife. Make 2 lines to divide the dough in 3 equal parts. Use a pizza cutter or a knife to make cuts on the size of the dough, every 1.5 inches or 4 centimeters. Do the same on both sides of the dough. Now, spread the cream cheese filling over the whole area of the center of your dough. Make sure to spread the filling well, and then add 320 grams or 1 cup of raspberry preserves on top of the cream cheese. You can add any other preserves you like. My favorite one is raspberry, so that's why I'm using it right now. To start braiding the dough, first fold the top extreme of the dough and braid the 2 sides of the dough to the center. Keep braiding the sides of the dough to the center in a cross pattern. To braid the last part of the dough, first fold the last part of the dough and braid the 2 extremes. And finish braiding in the last 2 pieces of dough. Cover the dough with a plastic wrap or a plastic lid and place it in the fridge for at least 8 hours. I am baking this bread for tomorrow's breakfast, so it will be perfectly proof by morning. The next morning, get the bread out of the fridge and brush it with egg wash. To make this egg wash, you only have to whisk 1 egg with a splash of milk. Brush the whole surface of the dough. Sprinkle 9 grams or 4 teaspoons of turbinado sugar on top of your bread. And bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius for about 35 minutes or until your bread is golden brown. When your bread is ready, take it out of the oven and let it cool off for at least 30 minutes before slicing it. This bread is so delicious due to its wonderful filling. I am sure you're gonna enjoy it a lot. I really recommend you this bread. This bread is very delicious. If you like this video, please click in the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I have a new recipe every week. And make sure to check out all my recipes here on my YouTube channel or on my website. Thank you for watching.